And today, I'm relying on all those experiences to share with you my top 5 insights as to why investors say no. Insight number 1, investors say no because entrepreneurs make rookie mistakes. Let's look at some examples. First, don't pitch investors without researching them first. They may not even invest in your industry, in your geography, or your stage of growth. So if you're not targeting the right investor in the first place, they're probably going to say no. Insight number 2, character matters. All things being equal, investors prefer to do business with entrepreneurs who are truthful, who possess integrity. So if your character is questionable in any way, investors will probably say no. Also, don't be too salesy or overconfident. Investors know that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So if you're promising that you have no competition, or that if the investor doesn't give the money now, that the opportunity won't be there, they're probably going to pass. Next up, insight number 3, fit matters. So there's a running joke in the industry that the relationship between an investor and an entrepreneur can last 10 plus years, which is longer than the average marriage. And that is all to say that the fit between the investor and the entrepreneur matters. And investors can often say no when that fit is lacking. So, don't only focus on an investor's money. If you can't articulate how they can strategically help you in addition to just the money, they may just say no. Also, don't just focus on your introductory pitch. Pay close attention to the way that the conversation unfolds over time, how quickly you respond to their diligence requests, and the quality of your answers. Because if you're giving them the impression that it's difficult to work with you in any way, they're probably just going to say no. And now, for the most obvious insight, number 4, business basics. Because no matter how much you prepare for the pitch, or how much you click with the investor, if the fundamentals of your business itself are not strong, investors are probably going to say no. What are the key topics here? First, don't focus on small or highly competitive markets. If you're not presenting a big multi-billion-dollar opportunity that competitors can't easily replicate, investors may just say no. Also, don't just pitch an idea, show traction. Investors know that ideas are a dime a dozen, but execution is what really matters. So if you're not showing things like initial customers or partnerships or accolades, investors might just say no. And now for the final insight. Investors make mistakes too. It's quite possible that you've done everything right to get to this point, and the investor still tells you no. And the truth is, investors are human, and any great investor should be humble enough to admit that they make mistakes too. But then what? It could be a sign. It could be a sign that you need to change course or maybe even consider shutting the business down. Or it could be encouragement for you to double down on your business, to refocus on the business fundamentals, and to make your company stronger. Because if you make your company stronger, the investor may eventually change his or her mind. Or you may make your company so strong that you don't need that outside capital after all. And if that's the case, then why investors say no shouldn't even matter to you, because you will be successful regardless.